The United States of America has given the world some of the greatest boxers in the history of the sport. From George Foreman to Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali, the USA has frequently been able to refer to itself as the home of the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world. 1. Terence Crawford. Professional record. Professional career. Few have ever troubled the brilliant Crawford. The Nebraskan hero has victories over names such as Ricky Burns, Amir Khan, Kell Brook, Shawn Porter and Errol Spence Jr. in a 16-year run that has seen him win multiple world championships in 4 different weight classes. The 37-year-old may only have a maximum of 12 rounds left in his career as he is scheduled to jump up in weight to challenge brilliant Mexican Saul Canelo Alvarez in what many expect to be his final career bout. Win, lose or draw, Crawford can boast a professional resume that is truly exceptional. At this moment, he stands out as the best active fighter from the USA. 2. Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Professional record, 30-0. A 2-weight world champion, Tank, has never tasted defeat inside a professional ring. Davis invariably knocks his opponents out in emphatic style, too. The likes of Ryan Garcia, Leo Santa Cruz and Rolly Romero know all too well how it feels to get stopped by the Baltimore native. The only blemish on Davis's record came in his most recent contest. The 30-year-old controversially drew with Lamont Roach when defending his WBA lightweight title in March. A rematch between the pair seems inevitable, but it seems unlikely that Tank wouldn't raise his game should the fight happen again. 3. Devin Haney. Professional record, 32-0. Haney is a 2-weight world champion, having won gold at both lightweight and super lightweight. By far the biggest rivalry of his career, though, has come against fellow American Ryan Garcia. As mentioned above, Garcia was stripped of a win over Haney after testing positive for illegal substances. While that loss has now been changed to a no contest on Haney's record, he still badly wants revenge against Garcia. A rematch had been planned for October this year. All that was required for the rematch to take place was for the pair to come through their respective fights at Times Square on the 2nd of May. Haney held up his end of the deal by defeating Jose Carlos Ramirez. However, Garcia couldn't do the same against Rolly Romero, meaning that one of the biggest fights of 2025 fell apart in an instant. It remains to be seen what the future holds for the Las Vegas resident. 4. Teofimo Lopez. Professional record, 22-1 at only 27 years old. The Takeover has already amassed an impressive 5 world titles across both light welterweight and welterweight. The New York native has beaten some of the best fighters in the world on his way to those successes, too. Having already claimed the scalp of Ukrainian great Vasyl Lomachenko, Lopez bounced back from a shock loss to George Kambosos Jr. by defeating Scottish star Josh Taylor. Since that win, Lopez has rattled off 3 straight victories, including a unanimous decision success against Arnold Barbosa at the recent Times Square boxing extravaganza in New York. 5. Shakur Stevenson. Professional record, 23-0. The 2016 Olympic silver medal winner has excelled since turning professional in April 2017. A world champion in 3 weight classes, from featherweight to lightweight, Stevenson is perfect in 23 fights in the paid ranks. He won the WBO featherweight title in just his 13th career fight, and won the same organization's super featherweight championship just 4 fights later. A WBC lightweight title win followed in his 21st bout, and Stevenson now has his sights set on unifying the division by defeating fellow champion Gervonta Davis. 6. Errol Spence Jr. Professional record, 28-1. A former unified welterweight champion, Spence holds one of the strongest resumes of anyone in these rankings. Able to boast victories over the likes of Kell Brook, Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter, the Truth suffered his only career defeat to the brilliant Terence Crawford in a modern-day classic in July 2023. That fight took such a toll on Spence that he hasn't been seen in a ring since. His career record, though, means that he has to be respected as one of the nation's top fighters. Renowned for his ability to pressure opponents, Spence will still likely be a handful for any fighter in or around his weight class, despite his period of inactivity. 7. Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez. Professional record, 21-0. Another young star who can already boast world titles in 2 separate weight classes is Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez. A former title holder at flyweight, the 25-year-old now holds gold at super flyweight. Celebrated for his technical prowess and ring IQ, Rodriguez also has impressive power for a fighter campaigning in the lighter weight classes of the sport. His 67% knockout ratio includes stoppages of Sonny Edwards and Juan Francisco Estrada, both in world title fights. 8. David Benavidez. Professional record. 30-0. Rarely has a fighter been more appropriately nicknamed than the Monster. Arizona-born Benavidez is a two-weight world champion, having reigned in both the super middleweight and light heavyweight divisions. Benavidez moved up from 168 pounds, having been continually frustrated in his attempts to land a shot at Mexican superstar Saul Canelo Alvarez. While he failed to get Canelo into the ring, the 28-year-old is hopeful of testing himself against Russian standout Dmitry Bivol before the end of 2025. 9. Ryan Garcia. Professional record, 24-2. One of the biggest modern-day stars in U.S. boxing, Garcia suffered a major setback when he lost to underdog Rolly Romero in Times Square. The defeat was just the second of Garcia's career, with the other coming at the hands of fellow countryman Gervonta "Tank" Davis in April 2023. King Ryan, who has become an established pay-per-view headliner in recent years, shocked the world when he defeated Devin Haney in their super lightweight contest in April 2024. He would, though, be stripped of his victory after failing a fight week drug test. As a result, his win was changed to a no contest. The 26-year-old has since moved up to the welterweight division, where he is hopeful that his impressive speed and punching power will eventually see him win a full world title. 10. Jaron Ennis. Professional record, 34-0. Jaron "Boots" Ennis may not have some of the signature wins of others in these rankings. However, the undefeated unified welterweight champion has all the potential necessary to surge up the list in years to come. Still only 27 years old, the Philadelphia native possesses strong technical skills, and his ability to switch between stances effortlessly makes him a tough night's work for any prospective opponent. Among his best victories are stoppages of the likes of Sergey Lipinets, David Avanesyan and Eimantas Stanionis, and he looks primed to add to his slate of wins in the coming years.